So yeah, man. Shout out to all my new peoples that I did a video. I did that Walmart video. Did like 15,000 views. You know, that's a rare occasion for Mr. Yeah Right the Matrix. Censored before much was ever censored. You know, we're talking back in 2010 censorship type. Motherfuckers didn't even know what censorship was. We was getting censored. Why? We was never gonna fit in the algorithm. We don't fit in the algorithm. Oh, he's not a flat earther. He's not this. He's not that. He's not on this. He's not on that. He's not following the fucking herd. You know? He's over here. He's over there. He's over there. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's talking about this. He's talking. We can't keep up with this shit. Keep him off the algorithm. Don't let anyone get his alerts. Delete all his videos. Delete his channels 100,000 times for just saying the word. That's how you know when people are in the algorithms. It should be obvious. They can say a whole lot of shit. I could do a stream talking about Mr. 19. I'm gonna get a fresh, like it's 2019 and 2020 again, YouTube strike. I'm like, well, fucking them guidelines been gone, motherfuckers, but y'all give me the fucking strike. Yeah. So, anyway, what's good, everybody? Wise got a strike coming out with his fucking video. He gets a strike. Another brother that don't fit in the algorithm. You know, True Virus. He don't fit in the algorithm. Never have, never will be. You know? But I'm glad. Fuck the algorithm. Lets me know, just like in school, I ain't fit in. I didn't fit in school. I just couldn't conform to shit. That was my problem. Get a headache. Every spiritual fucking damaging thing that can happen to a person, I got it. You know? I got it. Love to you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.
They say it ain't me, they say it ain't right. They were wondering how I still continue to fight. This is truly it, right? I switched up the game, kept the same name. Now the proof is in the fun and entertain. Subconsciously putting knowledge on your brain. Yeah, it's insane. They say it ain't me. The knowledge, the talent they can't see. The words etymology play don't understand how I'm using the technology. The lay don't understand as they bob to the rhythm. I had to figure out a way through the algorithms. Yeah. Right, the Matrix, just like the movie in the Matrix. Banned from every platform, but now I'm succeeding, yeah. Yes, I said it, I'm banned from all social media, but I'm still feeding you your knowledge and truth and information now vibrates throughout the nation. New conversations, I'm impatient, and I hate waiting. Knowledge forsaken, the beat leaves you shaking. Mind elevation, concentration, infiltration throughout your entire imagination. I ain't nothing to play with. My mind's deep and my thoughts keep in a rotation. They say it ain't me, they say it ain't right. They wondering how I still continue to fight. Is it truly it right? I switched up their game, kept the same name. Now the proof is in the phone and entertain. Subconsciously putting knowledge on your brain. Yeah, it's insane. You could call it ones or two when this album hit you. But you missed the first album. This is run number 2. But you could take that and you could run it back and play it back. But it's the same attack on your subconscious mind. That's being controlled. And being trolled, dark entities got you the dark parasites patrol. This was always a gift, but I could never hit the switch. I couldn't get the time, but I had the rhyme. I always wrote the lines, but I kept it poised. I didn't have the rapper's voice. Or maybe it was just a choice. But now I'm here, don't matter, you click, like, share, or follow me. Cause now I'm using this technology. They say it ain't me, they say it ain't right. They were wondering how I still continue to fight. It's truly it right. I switched up the game, kept the same name. Now the proof is in the form to entertain. Subconsciously putting knowledge on your brain. Yeah, it's insane. This shit I read a Matrix. I retired from truthing. Nah, really, I just kept it moving to this new thing, steady moving. Dropping rhymes for the mind so soothing. I had to switch it up, truthing was dead. Truth has turned fast, they watching what you said. Too complacent, sleep like a bed. You will learn very quickly that most don't have the ability that they claim that they talking. Quit squawking, to my hawking. Hit you like Cali Crip walking. A lot of them were creeps, the rest of them were not away. They were actually sleep, controlled by the same system. They think they know, they never grow. It's just a show that I had to forget. No regrets, they're still locked in the system. Check. They say it ain't me, they say it ain't right. They wondering how I still continue to fight. It's truly it right. I switched up the game, kept the same name. Now the proof is in the form to entertain. Subconsciously putting knowledge on your brain. Yeah, it's insane. See out of the Matrix. Yeah, I'm out. It's just me in another form, transforming on your mind as you watch it before. It's not the norm, coming through blazing like a storm, hitting you with a light, keeping you warm. Peace, and it's always love.
So, what's up, everybody? Back with another video. I had a little bit of time, so I figured I'd do a live stream. Nothing really about nothing, just had some time, so I wanted to kill some time. So, shout out to everybody, and yeah, shout out to all my A risers. My Aries. It's the equinox was the 20th to the 21st. Shout out to all my A risers. It's the first symbol of the zodiac. So shout out to all my Aries people. It's when the sun starts its ascension. Days get longer than darkness. So the days get longer than darkness. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up, something. Something. If y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If anybody's here. I know there's like a serious delay, but it looks like okay, it's good. What's good, Angel Z? Good to see you. So yeah. What was I about to say? I just totally forgot what I was about to say. Sorry about that. Um, the topic I got on the screen I was going to do the other day, and I was going to do for another time, but things move so quickly and so fast. I'm gonna say like 100 times to piss off this one guy who always leaves the comments talking about you say babbling and shit, but they'll never be on the stream. They'll never come on the stream and say the shit or join the actual stream and say it. Just the usual stuff. But anyways, I wouldn't even know where to begin on what the hell is going on in the world. Shout out to Fake Mike Real News. I talked to him yesterday for a little bit, and we talked about all this craziness going on, and it's just one thing after another. This week it's going to shift to something totally different. Something else is going to happen. Ramadan is over now. The equinox is over now. They done really sucked a lot of energy, guys. They use the weather and propaganda to wage war on your spirit. Okay? They use the weather and they use propaganda, and they had an all-out assault on everybody. I mean, they literally use that. I mean, the whole country experienced some kind of, dark rain, snow, wind, all that. And they purposely do these type of things to weaken us mentally and spiritually, physically. And they need you to break down so you can be susceptible to that energy. Okay? And it's spreading. I mean, it's literally like it's spreading beyond, anyone's wildest imagination. All right. Another thing me and Fake Mike talked about yesterday is we talked about how people are changed. People have changed. They have really really changed. And just like I told y'all about that video that I I forgot. Yeah, I went to the Freedom Convoy, for 3 days. Beautiful, had a beautiful time there. Um, how it's changed, and it's like it's just it's pretty unbelievable, man. I always told y'all that they're gonna keep chipping away. They're gonna get you one way or another. They're gonna get you into some kind of you know mental state to where they got you. They're gonna manipulate you with it. A lot of people fell to the MAGA. A lot of people fell to obviously to Trump. A lot of people fell to Trump policies, even though they may not be none of that. They might be your fellow truther. I've seen this, around that. Like, yo, they're with that ICE shit. Like, they're with it. You know, they are with it. They're with the ICE shit. And also, the rhetoric now is, ICE in the airports. They're creating this airport havoc, right? They're creating this airport havoc so they could justify putting more agents in the airports, right? Specifically ICE, because a lot of people don't know that ICE, these people need returns on their investments. All right, when they exposed that Kristi Noem dealings and contracts, it went back to the Geo Group again. Told y'all about Geo Group and Core Civic. All right, Geo Group specifically, all right, is running game. And then you see the sheriff in Florida now, Judge Grady, this psychopath sheriff, who now ain't really supporting the whole immigration thing now. No, I mean, he probably jealous that, Orange County's getting the biggest bag or whatever. I don't know. But, when that thing happened, they got to like, look, they kind of scramble like, okay, we can only reprocess so many immigrants, because that's all they did is they reprocessed them. That's it. They reprocessed them for the bag. Nobody's getting deported. All right. Maybe a few criminals that should be deported. If you got anyone, I don't care. This is where a lot of y'all ain't gonna agree with my ass. I wish they'll deport some of these little YNs. Get them they wreaking havoc again all over the place. In Rochester, wreaking havoc again. Stolen cars, doing dumb shit. And it ain't even like what's his name? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. What's the guy's name? Fucking the lukewarm awakening shit. Ralph Smart and shit. Right? What's good, Badgering? The Ralph Smarts, right? We ain't even had breakfast yet. These little YNs, y'all might not agree with me. Wish they would deport these motherfuckers. I have no problem with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all on up. Go to fucking jail. 9, okay, I'm going to give it 9. Nah, 9. No, you kind of like peer swayed this way, that. But when you start to know, and that's according to the law. Me in my house, that shit wouldn't fly if fucking any age. All right? But I'm just saying, outside my house, okay, 9. Anything above that, shit. What's that shit called? CCOT, whatever the hell that shit is, and send their ass on over to motherfucking El Salvador. All right? Simple and plain and simple. Put them in jail with grown-ass fucking men. All right? Put them in jail. I wouldn't give a shit. Because guess what? They'll start learning a lesson because them OGs in there are going to teach their ass something. It might be the best thing that ever happened to a motherfucker. Send these little motherfuckers to the big house. All right? Adults charged of worse than I mean, how else would you want to build a future? Not what they got going on because you in the city of Rochester, these kids going to school, they can't even fucking read in the 12th grade. My brother told me about this shit. They're teaching them to be in prison. That's it. They're literally invested in those schools and them students as pupils, okay? And them same students are 10-year investments in prisons because that's what they're teaching them to do is go to and to be subordinate to prison. And the whole school is ran like a prison from the fucking way they get their food. They're all given a number that they got to give, all that shit. They're treated just like a fucking prison, okay? So they're just warming them up for prison in city schools in Rochester. I don't know about anywhere else, but in the city of Rochester specifically, they're gearing them up straight to prison. You can't read. Where the fuck you going? You going out, hit the streets, sell drugs, do dumb shit to go straight to prison. So don't let them fuckers terrorize them. Them the terrorists. Talking about some boogeyman we can't fucking see that y'all create. Right? Oh, you know, he almost drove in with a fucking mayonnaise jar. Like my brother Truth Virus says. You know? Can't even tell. Yeah, they can't do shit. I mean, it's mind blowing. They don't know nothing. The only thing they know is hip hop, music, sports, and like other shit. They can't read. They even talk to you like texting. Like it's simply unbelievable. Right? So, you know, my thing is send them all to the motherfucker. Straight to the penitentiary. All right, that's my thing. I don't care at all. You know, but it's actually, like I've been going back to, it's actually truthers that support the whole ICE shit. Like, what? Y'all ain't y'all ain't seen fucking the shit going on in Florida at the spring breaks? Are y'all serious? I mean, this is like, you know, I mean, think about it. I mean, unfortunately, this is what they deliberately bred this kind of behavior, right? Which is going to affect all of us because they're going to create more laws, more restrictions, and blame it on, oh, look, you can't come to the beach because spring break, they don't, I mean, man, god damn. I was like, you know, this is joking. I'm like, can't they fly one of them goddamn, just carpet bomb the motherfucker? Y'all could say the Tomahawk fell out. It was on its way to Iran, flew right over Daytona Beach, and oh shit, one of the shits fell out and leveled the whole goddamn beach and shit. Unfortunately, there's, you know, I'm just joking, but I mean, something's got to give, eh? I mean, this ignorance in society is a problem because that's your future of the place that I'm telling people is over, that other people think that, no, we're going to make it through. But no, you're not. I mean, literally, there's no fucking way we're going to be walking around here like we are today. That ain't happening. That ain't a possibility. That's like a year goal outlook, you know? It's like a year goal outlook. Yeah, man. I mean, that shit, wherever you at, Mexican righteous, shout out to you. It's the same shit everywhere. Like, come on, man. Like, people think I'm bullshit when I tell you the future is in a global economy. They're invested in our enslavement and destruction under military restriction, rules, all surveillance, all that shit. All right. Detention centers, mental health facilities, they are heavily invested. Everything is about that. You go to the doctor. I mean, shit. Before you even get to why you're there with your symptoms, you're going through mental health screening. What sex you identify with? What gender? Do you gonna kill yourself? Are you gonna harm yourself? If a woman goes in there, your husband, sit outside for a minute. We'll be right with you. And they're like mad disrespectful. And then they come out, okay. And again, the girl like, oh my god, they asked me all these questions and shit. Blah, blah, blah. dead. I mean, come on, man. They're invested in the future of this place destroyed. And it's gonna be about to the world. Look, we can't let it get like it did in America. They're gonna get rid of a lot of stuff, guys. They're gonna off with a lot of stuff, man. You know, there's so much going on. It truly is so much going on. And like I told you, I've been dabbling in the realms of the brain, the zombie. I've been in zombie land. I've been like the Walking Dead. Yeah, I've been in zombie land, you know. And I can't tell you again, it's so bad down there. These people are gone. Y'all think the Gematrians are fucking batshit crazy. No, these motherfuckers got them beat by think about this. It's the same type of programming, just a different formula. Okay, the MAGA, the Trump supporters, the Denver, everything that these people call themselves. I mean, we literally live in a cult society. I actually did this for I actually made this for the the Trumpaholics. All right, and it kind of was like this. Let's see if I can bring it up. But I mean, it's terrible, man. Reasoning. I told you. Remember we said that the awakening window one day is going to shut. Man, that shit been shut, guys. And me and Will talked about this too yesterday. And me and Wise talked about this. When you look at like all these mainstream alternative media, it's like, oh man, because sometimes the shit comes across our thing. Somebody talks about it. It's like, man, look at this shit. They stole. They. Y'all hear me? Shit. All right, not bad. A call came through. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Give me a thumbs up, middle finger, whatever's on your mind. You can hear me now? Okay, thanks. So I forgot where I was at, man. When I'm streaming, I'm streaming. When I'm streaming, it's streaming to me and streaming to you at the same time. It's just a message. But anyways, it's gotta be. I forgot what I was talking about. Somebody just shoot out a word. I'll remember what I was talking about. I totally forgot. I know it was about the state of where we're at, which isn't a good state. Oh, about the brainwashing and the window of awakening is it's over. And okay, that's what I'm talking about. How they hijacked alternative media, they hijacked us. So we just, and like Fake Mike said, we just sit back. Me and Wise talk about this before. I've said it before on the stream. We can sit back and just pat ourselves on the back, man. Like, we were like the pioneers of this shit. I mean, YouTube came out in like what, 07, 08? I've been here since 09. I mean, shit. Come on. I mean, that's like, what's good, chemtrail? RC. I mean, it's like, yo, it's like, think about it. I see these people like, damn. And the thing about it is, I saw a video of Tucker Carlson, right? And I'm like, yo, he went deeper than he was like on some wise shit. I'm like, yo, what the hell? He was literally like on. All I could think about is, yo, these motherfuckers, man. Like, yo, these motherfuckers, these dirty, nasty motherfuckers. Now they want to sound like us. Now they want to talk about the occult, the hidden meetings, and like, I mean, he went Tucker Carlson. And you already know, we already know it's CIA, but this lets you know that they've been feeding us. Okay, we discovered a lot of the shit, but they've been feeding it to us. And now, reason why I say Tucker Carlson is because we already know he's CIA, father was CIA, CIA, worked for Fox News, CIA. When you could literally hear them now dropping a straight gem jewel, it's like, these motherfuckers, like, look at this shit here. I was set back like, wow, like, look at this. And he was going places like, I'm like, he was sounding like I'm told, like some shit wise would say. I was like, yo, like, this is deep. And then the redacted, right? Redacted channel. This dude, he was dropping. I'm like, yo, what the, like, yo, I'm thinking like, wow. You know, these things come on my feet because of where on the algorithm where I be dropping some of my shit. This stuff will pop up and I'll check it out what they're talking about, or somebody else will share it. And I'm like, okay, what is this? And I'll watch. I'm like, yeah, what the? I mean, this shit we were talking about 10 years ago. This is things we said coming out of these people's mouths now. And I'm like, oh man. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I hear some other people talking like that. It's like, wow. So with all that being said, is we did this a long time ago. And then I got to think about, okay, why now? Think about what we thought when we first heard this stuff. Now these people are saying this to the masses. Shit, that only says one thing to me is shit. It's party time. They on some end game type shit. I'm not. The game they're ending is the old world order. That's it. They're ending that game. All right. And like I told you, we have been sold a new world order like they portrayed in the whole conspiracy theory, community, truth community, all that. It's a new order coming. Not what they told you. All right. They're going to be sitting in the back. They're going to try to still control with their tentacles, but they only know they're going to have a small little piece. And they want to control that small little piece. Remember, United States cut off. So anybody, anything over here, like, we're not in it yet. They're going to go through a cleansing in this place. They are going to through an elimination, okay? Because their new economy has to be sufficient for at least 100 years, okay? Told you, digital ID is for this. This wall that they're building is for this. This global lockdown, which is only going to lock down the Western nations, Europe, and things tied to the crown. All right. That's what they're eliminating. Simple. I mean, we can all see this. I mean, this is what we can see. Now, states are going to be involved in the global economy. There's states that are going to immediately, when it collapses, they're going to pick it up. Boom. We have been preparing that, and all of a sudden they've been preparing. Watch. You will see more coming out about the global economy. They're going to be pushing it. All right? Because they want you to be in their end of it. They're going to control that shit. And you can be in the same loop. All right? And it's a time to where, listen, you got to start thinking. All right? This is where I'm at. I'm thinking like, I don't know how much time, but I know it's very fucking limited. It's limited. All right? It's not going to be, the United States goes to a war and a world war and this and that, this and that. Whatever. If they do a world war, it's their construction of the world war. All right? Remember, the other nations know about what is going down. They're already prepped on it, okay? But it's not an agreement like a new world. We're all together and we're a new world order. No, no. They know to invest in this economy. They got to move out of the way. They waved the flag during COVID, guys. I told you the plan, the game had changed, okay? They realize they're not going to war. They can't war with it no more. And you could sit back and you could look. If they wanted to end the game, they could have ended it during COVID. They could have took Donald Trump out with the motherfucking Operation Warp Speed bug, and it would have been over. Me and Wise talked about that. The game would have been complete. It would have been over if he would have just offed with COVID. Would have been it. There would have been no coming back. All right, no coming back from that. So when you understand that, you got to look. Okay, they could have been ending. If they're all together, they could have been ending the game. They don't need to play this stupid game they're playing. They don't need to play it. All right? But they know they need bodies. They need capital, human capital. They know that. That's why they're invested in the human capital over here. You guys better go, I tell you guys, research GEO Group in its investments with the Department of Defense, with the prisons, with all that shit. I mean, they told you on the news with the Kristi Noem debacle. They told you she had a commercial. She talked about the immigration. Yeah, we're coming to get you. And the end of the video said, but if you get this app, I was like, no way. I'm like, no way. I mean, I know when I get this information and I spit it out, like the one guy that drops the comments, he always says, oh, you're always babbling and babbling. I know I babbled all that shit out of my mouth. All of it. Some of the shit I didn't have to research, okay? I just knew it already. Just boom, just spitting it out like fucking, I don't even know where it came from. That machine gunning the shit out of my mouth. And when I saw it, I'm like, I ain't even fucking researched that. They came out and told us that. But and then come to find out, the app, straight to Geo, which these contracts through strategy, boom, links it right all together. All right. No need for no numbers. What he's cut said quacking. No need to quack no fucking code, because you ain't never gonna find the shit out. Quacking some fucking quack later, whatever the fuck be going on over there. Get your head out of your ass, man. The shit they telling us, they wanted y'all out the way, wanted us out the way. Like, look, here y'all awake, and yeah, you guys are holier than thou. God, listen, fuck everybody and stay away from tell everybody that Trump, they wanted us to do that. We out the way. We're not, so they could program these motherfuckers. They wanted us to go. They wanted us to take all these breadcrumbs. Here, look, I don't know, sprinkle it all out. People don't understand the CIA, the strategic intelligence, right? They don't understand that it simply, Hollywood and CIA. Yeah, but y'all sit here and regurgitate the movies. Oh, look, they're putting truth in the movies. No, they're not, man. I told y'all. My kids will tell you, I ain't watch no fucking movie. Fuck the movies. I watch Stranger Things and shit like that. I got a little bit here, but I ain't even finished watching the whole entire thing. I get enough and I got to pull back. Like, okay, yeah, they're fucking with me again. You all right? They're fucking with me. All right? And I've been telling y'all about, the movie shit. I don't watch movies. Why? Because, oh, yeah, you should watch it. There's so much truth in the movie. And I get it. We got to entertain ourselves, to a degree. And I get it. There are some very good movies that I would actually like to sit and look at. But my spirit just says, nah, I'm good. Find something else to do. When it comes to the movie, let me find something else. Let me go on YouTube, watch somebody going over there and fucking visiting Iran. Go watch somebody go visit this part of the world I ain't never fucking seen in my life. Never even fucking heard of this shit. Someplace in Asia on top of a fucking mountain, goddamn elevation so high they have trouble breathing, but it's like super crime-ridden, drug-related garbage. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? Because they looking for gold and shit. It's like, yo, or looking at a guy, going to somewhere deep in the Everglades and like shit I never knew about the United States. Like, man, just that's what I'd rather be doing. You know, somebody going over to a country in Russia, they ain't even on the fucking map. Like, it's a whole goddamn country that's like Cuba, but Russia ain't even on the fucking map, ain't even recognized as a government, but it's its own goddamn government. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Watching another guy, he going to parts of China where they're Muslim China. I'm like, yo, I never do that, you know? And then find out the people that actually go into these places are really awakened. They like got so awake. They're like, look, I'm gonna go to Iran. I mean, all the stuff about I'm gonna go to Iran. When you see it, you're like, what the fuck? That's when you realize it's all a big fat fucking lie. We're in a bubble. We're in an egg. We're over here in a bubble. We don't know what the fuck going on. We have no clue what is going on, period. All I can tell you is, look, this shit going on over here. This shit going down. They telling you. And we already know, we've been saying it for how long, but now it's here and it's happening faster than I would like it to go, But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So shout out to all you guys, that are tuned in. And, I'm just blabbering like the guy leaves comments on my videos. I'm just blabbering shit, If I'm blabbering, then you're in the wrong place. But anyways, yeah, man, it's bad. The rhetoric is bad. Check out one of my favorite channels, and I like to watch this channel at night when I'm really relaxed, later, like almost dozing off. Truth Stream Media's last video. Although I tell you watch it, is because they're the best video editors, one of my favorite absolute channels ever since I've been on YouTube. Always, outside of us, they're always my favorite because they put in real facts, real shit. But the last video they did, I ain't even know because I don't watch Trump. I don't watch all these political people. But these motherfuckers are talking reckless. Like, they're talking seriously reckless. Like, Trump is like blatantly reckless, and Lindsey Graham, like, yo, what the fuck? They done gone full psychopath. That's why they know they got tunnel vision because their plan is moving. All right, the rhetoric that's coming out of these motherfuckers' mouths is insane. It's like, yo, they ain't fucking around. And then the shit they're talking about Iran is like, yo, they're literally telling us subliminally they're killing them. They're cleaning that shit up. Whatever defectors, defections that were against them, they're clearing that shit out. All right, and the look that I see is they can't wait to bring that shit here. I don't know what, and we already know what they done did in Israel and Gaza and shit. We already know. And and I can only imagine what went on in Ukraine. All right, but we all remember. We remember when they went. It was 2020, I think, or 2021, when they went to Davos, and Zelensky said, "Yeah, basically, bitch, my whole country's." He actually said people are cheap. And then he kind of backtracked. Oh, I mean, the labor is cheap. Basically, now I don't know if you understand corporations. He just said, look, my country is so fucked up. People will work for anything. So come on, private sector, and invest over here, because also this is a prime Belt and Road and BRICS strategic location. So you need to get in here now, okay, before that system comes on. And you'll be all right because our people are going to be on board with it because we're going to make them on board with you. So God only knows what the fuck they doing in Ukraine, okay? Truthfully doing in Ukraine, you got to think like this. These are flaming psychopaths that want to be heavily position in a global economy. Not the New World Order. You can call it a New World Order, but not what we've been sold. I told y'all, lose that fucking thought. That ain't going down like that. All right? Because they know people not going to accept that shit as a whole. Maybe in, I don't, God knows how many years it might come down to that. But no, for now, they about to get in to trillionaire and whatever's after trillionaire. These people can't stop. So they look at this like, shit, we 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 wiped the United States clean and we own everything and every connection, every tentacle of the United States. We need to get in on this global economy and we can control if we can get in. We had the United States at 15% globally, right? Globally, that's what we got 15%. Listen, we're all billionaires. Imagine getting in the global economy and we get up to like maybe control maybe 20% of it, 25% of the global economy. That's new, and that's going to be a totally new global system without the laws of the United States. Oh shit, we're talking trillionairism, whatever you want to call them, whatever numbers beyond that. Gotta better pay attention. It's simple. Pay attention. That's it. BlackRock, I told you. BlackRock, Blackstone. All right. Same company. All right. Susquehanna State Street. These big mega conglomerates. Also, a few more that are just beyond big. All right. And y'all know, like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, they invested in Israeli drones. Like, what the fuck? Because Trump's sons are invested in Israeli drones, startup companies, right? Where do you think them drones going? Where do you think they're gonna be? They're gonna be in all these crown nations, mass surveillance. Because it's same shit they're preaching to us. They're preaching to Australia, United Kingdom, okay, Europe, places in Europe. All right. You do know there's other places in the world where they don't even understand what the fuck we're talking about. And then I'll have some dumbass fucking U.S. citizen with their brain, with their one perspective brain, American brain. I just say American so you know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I hate degrading my ancestors by calling non-Americans fucking Americans because they just believe they're an American. Oh, we're born here, we're American. No, you're not, bitch, you're a U.S. citizen. You were born in whatever fucking state you were in. You're not American. That's not America. It's not American. You can't produce a fucking document anywhere in your life that states you're a fucking American. So shut up with the dumb shit. All right? But I'll have them motherfuckers tell me that, oh, no, it's not how it's going down. Nah, man, Trump's going to bring it to bed. So, anyway, you just got to see the writing on the wall, man. Like I said, where the fuck they got use for a drone at? And where do they got to put these fucking drones? These are kill drones, right? We already know they got laser technology, direct energy weaponry, all that other shit. If you ain't seen it, China making the roofs fucking blue. All right, think about that shit. Now, is World War type scenario on the table? Hell yeah. But no, they just planned it and orchestrated it on their end. Okay. Now, if they're still trying to play war games with these nations, think about it. Think about it. If they want to get rid of your ass, think about how nasty and double crossing these people are. As a country, no, they wave the flag. They're not, no. But guess what? As a private investor that already had their hands up all the politicians' asses, All right, here let me put my disclaimer on so nobody don't get no damn ideas. Here, look, here's my disclaimer. All this shit is just hypothetically entertainment and not true by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, that's my disclaimer. All right, that's my disclaimer. Shit is just bull. I'm just talking. I'm rambling, and y'all know read the comments later. They'll tell you I'm rambling. So this is just satire bullshit. It's a good movie, a good story I put together. So, these drones, right? People they're invested in them. Shit. Okay. Now, like I told you, the war scenario. All right. They could portray a war to you and be doing something totally different in a whole nother country. You wouldn't have a fucking clue. That's where they got us, to where they could have a World War III on us. The rest of the world is like, they lock us down and they close the flights internationally. You could start getting really fucking worried, okay? Because they could now tell you ain't going nowhere. Where you getting information from? I told y'all they got the shit on lockdown. That's why they needed TikTok. Then they need TikTok to surveil your ass. When they start doing shit, they got all the platforms they could watch, collect all the data, feed you all the bullshit, propaganda through every one of those fucking platforms. That's the shit I'm concerned about. Like, okay, lockdown, oh shit. For you hear no flights leaving this bitch or coming in, good night, Susie. Just listen, get ready for some shit to be very, very fucked up. All right? Because they could, like I said, they could show you anything now, and you ain't gonna know nothing. Oh, I tried to call my family member over there in Turkey, a family member over there in fucking Bosnia and shit. I couldn't get a hold of him. Yeah, I wonder why. Your communication is now domestic only, due to the fact of war, some kind of global war, right? That's just a bad situation, because I honestly think that's what they've been doing to some of these countries. Syria, right? Iran. I already know for a fact they're doing that shit in Ethiopia. You know, like like, come on, man. Venezuela, what the fuck's going on in Venezuela? You know, we know they did it in El Salvador. They straight off fucking people, killed people. You'll see some prominent people got killed, murdered, and in prison because they were not for what they were doing. What do you think going to happen here? Shit, y'all playing around. Y'all not looking at. Y'all not looking at it. Y'all thinking, oh, y'all believing, y'all like, we already know the news is bullshit, but even truthers buy into the news. You know, I look at the shit, it's all bullshit. I look at what they're saying behind the news, right? Oh, we're gonna decode the news, and oh, look at this connection here. Look, they're lying. Oh my God, it's the fucking what the fucking, we already know. What do you mean it's these people? What the fuck you talking about? And then you got the other people, the MAGA, or now the MAGA, half the MAGA, or whatever, the Trump fucking. I don't even fucking know. There's so many facts to these fucking lunatics. One of them was like, "Oh, we support Israel." I was like, "No, if you don't support Israel, you're not MAGA." Like, what the fuck? I thought y'all was don't support, and y'all support the president. Oh my, They got me fucking confused. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on, you know? So, you know, like I said, man, a lockdown, we wouldn't know what the fuck going on. They could be selling us, and it's all over the news, and all their alternative media is showing us fucking World War and going on here. Oh my God, they're bombing all over the United States or whatever the fuck's going on, and they just doing it themselves, playing a fucking game, heavily orchestrated to gain control, power, end this bitch. Good night, Susie. It's over. I mean, you gotta think. You gotta think of the possibilities, and that's what I do. You know, I think of the possibilities. Okay, you know, but check out that Truth Stream Media video and look at the rhetoric that these motherfuckers is talking about, man. I mean, the rhetoric is man. The rhetoric is crazy. Like they're on some old like laughing and like they're like that old, Hillary Clinton. He came, we saw he died. Like the Libya, like damn motherfuckers, like these people are going crazy. And Trump is like, I'm like, my boss talking now. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't seen none of this shit, you know. So when I see that talk, I'm pretty alarmed about that bullshit, you know. That shit is pretty alarming. So it's pretty alarming. So yeah, man, there's a lot going on, man. And then the TSA rhetoric. Now, I'll put ice in the airports. Like, what? Y'all listening to this shit? Look, they want to put ice in the airports now. Like, what? They already fuck with people. That's all that travels. There's no. This is why I know they got some shit crazy planned. You know, because you're talking about the goddamn. Hold on, my phone about to die. Hold on 1 second. Let me know if y'all can still hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can still hear me clear. All right, thanks. What's good, bottom? Um, so hold on 1 second. So some things that you gotta pay attention to because when they get talking reckless like this, they got the vision, they got the tunnel vision, they got they're giddy about it. I mean, it's pretty I like to say they doing too much. You know, they doing way too much now. So what else? What else? It was something else that I wanted to bag on. Something else I wanted to bag on. Um, what was it? What was it? Oh man, what was it? What did I see? I see so much crap, but I did want to pick apart a couple things. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Sorry about that, guys. There was something else I wanted to go talk about for people to pay attention to because you know um, it's been quiet for like a day or two. Look at this. 3 hours ago, deploy Trump to deploy ICE agents to airports Monday. I'm telling y'all better pay attention, man. Like I told y'all think I'm playing when we going into a lockdown. We are going into a lockdown. They're putting ICE in the airports, right? We already know. Something happens. Oh, look it. Thank God we already got ICE in the airports. Now people will accept. People will accept whatever they got going on. They'll accept it. They will accept it because they'll feel safe. Oh, thank God ICE is here. They might have multiple planned attacks, and ICE foils it because they seen it and they were on the radar. And due to the technology that they had, they were able to apprehend them before they got on the plane or some shit. Something. They're gonna do something, man. You know, they're gonna do something. They're really. Ah, this is just, I mean, damn. Who would have thought it? How did I get into this reality is fucking beyond me. You know? How did I get into this reality? At one point, the sun was yellow, the earth was a nice, fucking beautiful marble, and, you just believe everything that was thrown to you. It was just so much simple being a fucking mindless, dumbass fucking slave. But unfortunately, you had to be tapped on the shoulder and woken up to see all this bullshit, you know? Thanks, Moab. Shout out to you too, you know? Shout out to you too. But, no, I'm not subscribing. President Trump said Sunday he will send ICE agents to U.S. airports starting Monday to assist TSA officers who have been working without pay for more than 5 weeks during a partial Homeland Security shutdown. Meanwhile, this is a billionaire president talking. You mean to tell me, I don't know, I mean, I thought TSA was a federal organization, but if you talk to a Trump fucking retard, mind gone supporter, they'll say it's the Democrats doing this stuff. And it's like, yeah, this is sad, man. This is sad. Then you got another story. ICE asked Governor Pritzker and Chicago Sanctuary politicians to not release criminal illegal alien accused of killing 18-year-old college student on the heartstring shit. Again, they got a photo, looks fucking artificial intelligence, but whatever. 8 hours ago, frustrated passengers lash out at long TSA line. GOP message to thank a Democrat. See? I mean, think about this, man. You know, Hawaii's flooding. Crazy, man. But that is a story, you know. Look at that. Holman, ICE in airports starting Monday. Look at that shit, man. Look at this. Can't hear. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
ICE agents going to move into American airports starting Monday? Yes. And I'm currently
Look at
working
this
on the
shit.
plan now of execution.
Look
ICE
at this.
agents going to move into American airports starting Monday? Yes. And I'm currently working on the plan now of execution, working with the director of ICE and administrator, TSA, the acting administrator. So we'll put together a plan today and we'll execute tomorrow. With respect, if you're doing this in 24 hours, how well thought out could it possibly be? Again, ICE has been at airports across the country for a long time. It's just expanding those things. Look, how much of a plan does it mean to guard an exit to make sure no one comes through that exit? Are ICE agents even remotely trained to handle security at airports? ICE agents receive high level of training. And, the ICE agents are assigned at many airports across the country already. They do a lot of criminal investigation on smuggling at airports. But, certainly a highly trained ICE law enforcement officer can cover an exit, makes people don't go through those exits, enter an airport through the exits. And that would stuff like that relieves that TSA officer to go to screening and to reduce those lines. I don't see an ICE agent looking at an x-ray machine because they're not trained in that. What you're saying is when you move ICE into airports, they're going to be just around the exits and the exteriors. They're not going to be helping people get through the lines and screening people's bags. Those discussions are going on now. I'm not expert at TSA, so that's why I'm talking to the TSA administrator and the ICE director, find out where we can fit in. Will ICE officers also be doing immigration enforcement while they are at the airports? We do immigration enforcement at airports all the time. So is that going to change? It's not going to change.
Do you hear these
The
fucking?
last thing that the American people need are for untrained ICE agents to.
You see how they that shit look like? I don't even know if that was really. That's the actual news station CNN, but it looks like some fucking some artificial intelligence shit that they putting out. I don't know. Who knows? These motherfuckers could be in. They could all be in bunkers for all we know. Who knows? But anyways, that's the shit that I was just talking about. You know, now ICE is going to be at airports, and they said, are they going to be enforcing immigration? Of fucking course, they're going to be enforced. They're God, I just got done telling you, they're only going to the airports because they need to get more people processed. That's it. All that shit, it wasn't even that many. They realized you got to remember, everybody's not in on the game. Okay, everybody's fucking each other. All right, meaning the people that involved in bringing all they all the numbers that they said ain't the numbers that they said. Now they're like, oh shit, like how are we gonna? We got all this. Somebody took a little bit too much money for themselves and flubbing those numbers, and now they're like, shit, we got paid. Fuck what y'all talking about. We out. Well, shit, what are you talking about? We got our return. Fuck you mean? We ain't got nothing to do with y'all numbers and shit. Whatever you talking about, we invested in this part. This is what our contract was. This it's fulfilled. We're getting paid. Sa za za. You know. Sa za za. Hold on 1 second. So, that's what they're only there because they need to get more people. Now, they're just going to be checking people's passports. Simple. That's all they're going to do. They're going to be you're mark my words. You're going to hear about people being taken by ICE that ain't do shit. Guess what they're going to do? That's a number for them. They're gonna get paid. This how you think the exact way they let them in is the same way they got paid coming in. Everybody got paid for these people coming in. All right, everybody got paid. That was where do you think all the money came from? The money came from it was an operation that they were running. They literally had an operation. They got to get paid, right? It's an operation. You got to invest money to make money. All right, invest to make. So everybody that came in, they made money. All right. You should saw some people's documents they got when they came in. Like here they were told to report to this shit. It ain't even it's not even the government. They these people came in and were told to report at these places that weren't even government. All right. They created a problem, okay? Just like they created a long line TSA. Come on, man. You can't fucking hire a TSA worker and say, all right, look, man, y'all not paying them and y'all worried about. I mean, this is crazy that people could buy this shit. How can people allow this shit? How can they allow it? It's almost worse than how could you fucking believe this shit? They created the problem, all right? Now they got everybody upset about, oh my God, flying taking hours. Oh my God, they do something. Now you'll accept TSA being in there because then guess what? All of a sudden, oh, everybody's moving fine now. Oh, that's all it took was some more bodies. What the fuck difference is if you got an ICE or a TSA? All right. Because if you can get an ICE agent, I'm sure you can get a TSA agent and pay them, okay, to come to fucking work. All right. It's why it doesn't even logically make any fucking sense, okay, at all. Only sense it makes is TSA ain't contracted, all right. ICE needs to get more bodies, okay. So put them in the airport and let them get the bag. So if they go in the airport tomorrow, you're gonna see a whole lot of shit, and you're like, damn, yeah, right. Told me about that shit. Damn, he told me about that. What the hell? What the hell are we looking at? I'm gonna come right back on here, yelling and peeping and screaming the same shit. Now, could they also plan something during that time and say, oh, due to us having ICE agents at the airport, they were able to see because he was on the radar. They were tracking him with some technology that, oh, is so grand, made by Palantir or Oracle. And oh my God, we need this because look at they thwarted this. And then the fucking Americans and the fucking US citizens and the Trump supporters will be raving, leaking, and lactating MAGA. All right. They'll be lactating MAGA. They'll be like, oh, God, God, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. I mean, these people are fucking the worst, you know? They are the worst. They're the epitome of society right now. It's the people that believe that shit. Okay? It's simply unbelievable, you know? It's simply unbelievable. The same people that were bitching about TSA are clapping and saying, we need ICE in the airports. Like, what? Man, I need to see the people who are in charge of this fucking brainwashing and say, God damn, you guys are good. You know, I need to tip my hat off and shake your guys' hands. I don't fuck with y'all. I don't like y'all, but you know what? You guys are good. That I would kill you faster than you would kill me, but I gotta shake your hand, man. You guys are fucking awesome. You did a fucking good job, you know? You did a good job of brainwashing these people because I just simply mind blowing, you know? So yeah. So that's about my rant and a Reuven for today. You know, I mean that's just crazy, man. Literally. You know, they last time I looked, they were talking about doing it, and today they said we're doing it. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy. I don't know, guys. I don't know where if they're gonna do it, if they're gonna be able to do it. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. And there is another one. Tom Homan says ICE agent will assist at crowded airport security points amid TSA. There's something to really pay attention to, guys. I mean, really pay attention to. Okay, at a time of war, all right, and all this going on, all right. And remember, they practiced this already back when they had this, the whole stupid air traffic control bullshit, right? So, and I've been seeing the videos. I actually know people who've been flying and said, yeah, this is a problem. And I said, yeah, you see how they created it, you know? So, eyes peeled. And, much love to you guys. And, it is what it is. Like I said, listen, plan accordingly. My advice, get the fuck out of this place whenever you can. All right. Get out of Dodge. All right. Or just, hey, if you want to roll with the punches, roll with the punches. That's what I would do. Get out of Dodge. If you got the means, the ability, everybody can't, If you got the means, get out of Dodge. Cause you got fucking celebrities, sports stars investing in drones, like crazy stuff, man. And you open your eyes and look at what these people are invested in. Security, wartime, crazy. But much love to you guys, and I'm out. Shout out to everybody who joined and who's gonna join later. Much love to all you guys.
So, when you hear me speak, and the things I say, I'm speaking to my people.
If you ask me, I'll tell you what is wrong with the world. We're being desensitized from the things we should feel. Living our lives in these times while we suffer inside, and we can't see the problems because the masses are blind. Let's try and find a solution. We're not helping ourselves. We're walking around unattached and disconnected from self. Too comfortable and too scared. That's why we never rebel. That's why we catch me writing rhymes. I'm trying to balance the scales. Put car on the roads. It seems like dawn of the dead. Zombies, robots, lemons being misled. It's like we're sheep to the slaughterhouse on the conveyor belt, about to self-destruct because we're under a spell. We search for purpose, but nothing ever surfaces. We need to be accountable because we're deserving this. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking. We're blinded by the rubbish and glamorized materials. Imperialism has got us fearing rules and tired of these